My name is Michael Schwartz, and welcome back to the AbandonedAtlas YouTube channel, where I'm going to be taking you through one of my favorite spots here in Oklahoma City, the old Townley's Dairy. Are you still planning on demolishing the old building?
Yeah, it's pretty soon.
Looks like they're trying to get in position to continue fighting this fire.
It felt like a complete failure.
If I were to find something, could I have it?
Yeah.
One of the reasons this is my favorite spot is not because of the architecture, but it's because of the history and the impact it made here in Oklahoma City and the impact it made on me. I don't know how it did, but it really spoke to me because I explored it several times. I was able to see the inside and find old products and get to know people. And I've even talked to a few individuals who've told me history there. Even my mom went to a school field trip here. And so this place really resonates with me because I love milk. And I love consuming it. I still drink it to this day, and I also have a fascination with abandoned buildings. So this was just a great marriage of everything. So please sit back and enjoy this wonderful exploration of my favorite location in Oklahoma City. Despite its massive size and impact it had in the Oklahoma community in the 20th century, Townley's Dairy had humble beginnings.
It was started in the upstairs of their garage, and my grandmother did all the labor, washing all the bottles and getting everything ready and for it to be taken out for sale.
The dairy was started by Robert C. Townley and Leon E. Townley, two brothers who grew up on the farm and had dreams of expanding the dairy industry and selling milk to the community on a huge scale. Prior to World War II, Townley's was an old-school raw milk producer, from hand milking the cow to packaging and straight to the table delivery. Post-World War II, however, thanks to Robert and Leon, Townley's developed into one of the largest dairy product manufacturers and distributors in the South.
The old saying was that as we got another customer, we bought another cow.
The farming aspect of it controlled the growth of the dairy plant. With the advent of World War II, where you couldn't get help, it forced modernization in the production of dairy products. Dairies had successes in selling their product as the population grew. The neighborhoods consolidated from the farm and delivery routes were developed.
One man would be able to deliver to 25 people, and then 30 people, and then 40 people. And then he couldn't deliver any more than that, so he'd have to put on another route. When I was running a retail milk route, I had a wad of keys, 20 or 30 of them.
I started answering the phone when I was about 6 years old to get the order for the dairy, and that was at night. We didn't have any employees at night. We were very small, and my mother did the bookkeeping, and we just kept growing. And it went from like 5 trucks, 10 trucks, 15, 14, 15, 19. And by the time I was in college, it was over 100 trucks. We actually were the biggest delivery company of all the milk companies.
Okay, here we go. Look at all of these Townley products right here. Just Townleys, Townleys, Townleys. It's just one after the other. It's starting to kind of come up over here. Well, you know what's interesting is that there's not any holes on this floor yet, so I don't know necessarily why I would... That's beautiful right here. Look at this. That's like pristine condition. Oh my God. There were 51 remodeling projects from 1945 to the last project that added to the building, a manufacturing room for plastic milk bottles in the mid-1980s. Dairies would have to buy bottles from third parties, and other companies would add equipment to make their own bottles. The dairy underwent constant change and evolution, trying to stay current with rapidly improving technology. As time went on and the company grew, Guy Townley, Robert's son, became more and more interested in keeping the legacy his father and uncle started alive. As Guy gained more knowledge about the company and how things worked, he gained more responsibilities.
I got fascinated by the production plant rather than, I guess we'll say, the business and sales functions. Had to get into that also, but I decided I wanted to stay and help, and my father and uncle were happy to have the help. My dad, he was big into advertising specialties. He had Townley everything, golf balls, pens, thermometers, calendars, all kinds of things. This is my uncle, Leon, and this is my granddad, and this is my dad.
What is this paper dated?
81, November 4th, 1981. By that time, of course, their father had passed away, and they were getting older, and they wanted someone they could trust. The guy putting the doors on the Cadillac at the car plant, does he really care about that handle? Somebody does, or it wouldn't get put on.
Outside of just supplying milk to people's homes, Townley supplied milk for schools and multiple events in the metro, the biggest event being the Red Andrews Dinner.
We would donate several thousand servings of product to that dinner every year. My uncle and dad were not civic leaders, quote unquote, but you know, we're in the Rotary Club and the Lions Club, things like that, and participated in their events.
One thing that stood out is that enormous neon sign that became a landmark for the dairy. It was easy to see the neon sign from afar as its glow illuminated the area around Townley's. Do you know what you're going to do with the old sign? Is that going to go trash too?
I sold it already. Yeah, he paid $5,000 for that sign.
$5,000. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Right.
So I'm going to get a cool picture of it before it goes. Oh God. I'm actually up here. I need to get closer. Just walk on these seams. All seems good. Oh my God, I'm here. Oh, great.
It was lit up at night and all, and you could see it from the highway.
No one seems to know when it was built or who built it, but it's been a staple of the company for decades. So most people that live here in Oklahoma City are aware of the old Brahms bottle that's here at 23rd and Classen, well really 24th and Classen, but this bottle has actually been sitting here for a really long time. It used to be a mini grocery store, and for many years it actually had the Townley's logo on the outside, not the Brahms that you see today. Simply, it was never owned by Townley's and it's not owned by Brahms. It's actually protected historically and it's just used as advertising space.
That's the milk bottle grocery, they used to call it. It's been all kinds of things. We had our name on that milk bottle from the early 50s until mid-90s. So when Steffens went out of business or decided not to renew, we jumped on it.
How often do you have trespassers coming in here and
All
stealing
the time.
stuff? Do they steal a bunch of your stuff? And
No, they mainly critiqued that building.
as time went on, The dairies, including Townley's, had to keep up with the government's demands and institutions like schools, which changed how things were produced and manufactured.
The other thing is the supermarket. As stores got bigger, refrigeration got better, prices of supermarket products were cheaper than home-delivered products. So it's an evolutionary change. And there wasn't any one big event. Delivery of milk used to be twice a day because there was no refrigeration. And so it got where the price of a gallon of milk delivered to your house was quite a bit more than you could pick up from the supermarket. The big thing is the government said whole milk is 325 butterfat. You couldn't deviate much from that because either they would say you were cheating the people by not putting enough in, or if you went over 3.5, you were giving butterfat away, which they like to have as far as a surplus.
By the 1990s and early 2000s, the government was in total control of the supply and pricing of raw milk and the development of markets for surplus products.
Because of the government regulations, most of the taste is going to be the same. I think of what is out in the market now, Brahms is probably the closest to our products. As time went on, Townley's needed a dramatic modernization, both in the distribution of the business and in the production. The decision was made not to spend the money.
And with the decision not to upgrade the equipment, Farm Fresh made an acquisition to manufacture the product in their own out-of-state factories, leaving deliveries to Townley's. How did it make you feel that Townley's closed?
I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. I felt like a complete failure. I tried to maintain the plant. I mean, I couldn't maintain it totally, but I tried to maintain the building and grounds as best I could for several years. I'm trying to run this business, and vandals would take over. We'd get citations from the city.
Guy was forced to sell the property to try and preserve the integrity of the building and save it from further ruin.
As the building, and not just the main building, but all the outbuildings, fell in deeper and deeper disrepair, I just felt sick and quit going by.
But vandals and time weren't the only things that struck the slowly crumbling dairy.
On the ground, our crew just arriving there. Maggie mentioned the old Townley's Dairy. This is a defensive fire. They backed off and are trying to fight this from a distance.
We're doing a documentary film on the former Townleys. What is this now?
So, like storage.
Storage? Oh, okay. Would there be any way I could take a look around and see the old Townley stuff?
It's not here.
You know, most of the time when buildings are demolished, it's really sad, but somehow this is even more sad because it's slowly being dismantled over time, which is just like more painful in a way. I don't know how, but because you can still see remnants, and it's almost like I can just look up and see the sign, but it's not there anymore. So having small things that are left behind or having little trinkets left almost makes it more painful. Let me look at this. Just makes me wonder what's on the other side of that wall. Even though the former dairy sits in abandonment, it is still an important and iconic part of Oklahoma history. The dairy left a legacy not only for the community, but for the people who worked there and were tied to its deep-rooted history.
It was great. I went on and worked on other things like water pollution, environmental engineering, a lot of things that were influenced by my background growing up in the dairy. I was very proud when all my cousins, at least all the boy cousins, worked in the dairy, or they drove a milk truck, or they each had something they were asked if they wanted to do on their summer off school, and they did. I'm still drinking milk And at 80 years old, in spite of my doctor saying, well, you don't need to drink milk anymore, but I still do.
I'd like to think that the few people left my age and older would remember us and remember what we did in and around the community.
And if you like abandoned buildings and you like history, be sure to subscribe below because we have a lot of content coming out very soon, and I can't wait to show you what we have coming up. So until the next video, keep exploring.